David Hayes, you've got a couple of runners in race 3 on Sunday afternoon, both Nervous Witness and Lucky with you. If we could start with Nervous Witness, he's had a recent trial. You've put a hood on this horse this time in.
Yeah, we decided to put the earmuffs on him just to hope his weakness is he gets too aggressive.
Yeah.
And in the upper class races, if you're pulling, you don't win. And we just hope that just takes that little 10% off him and relaxes him a bit.
What was the feedback from your new jockey, Lyle Hewitson, on that performance at the trials?
Well, he's always trialled. Every trial he's ever done in Hong Kong has been in the earmuffs, so I know he performs very well in them. I think he's undefeated in his trials, so Lyle thought he was good.
Tackling this 1,200 metres, I mean, he has gone well over the trip. As he's getting older, do you feel he is settling that little bit to get the 1,200 a bit better now?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it first up,
Yeah.
but now he's well into his preparation with 3 runs and a trial. There's no reason why he won't run the 1,200. It's just, how easy he gets it through the first 600 metres from barrier 8 is probably the question, what the other ones do.
Yeah, for sure. You've also got Lucky with you in the race, another horse that's trialled quite nicely, trialled second to California Spangle recently. How's he been?
Yeah, well, he's freshened up after his disappointment and he's had a bit of a working holiday, but I think that was a pretty impressive trial that he did. And he'll come from off the pace and there'll be plenty of pace, so if they go too fast he might be a chance.
He's got a super record over this trip. You're bringing him back to what is his favoured distance as well.
Yeah, it is. He's probably got to run a PB to beat these, but track work suggests he might be ready to do that.
And I guess what he has got in his favour is a very light weight as well, and in a race where they can go hard and a decent quality, that can certainly count for a bit.
Yeah, if it's last man standing, he might be the one joining in.
David, during the week, obviously, your horses were in pretty good form at Happy Valley. Nice that they've turned that little bit of a corner after what was a quiet spell.
Yeah, it's been quiet in winners, but of my last 21 runners, 17 have earned money, so they're peppering the goals, not winning, but getting close.
Vincent Ho, Yellowfin, one of your rides on Sunday afternoon, a bit more of a low-key Sunday for you this week, but Yellowfin might be able to get the job done. He's very consistent without winning at the moment. What do you think of his chance coming into this weekend?
Yeah, I think definitely a good chance. He has been, not as keen as before during the race. Even last time out, he was, racing well, and he still pulls a bit, but with the speed in all weather, he should drop a bit, and it should be able to be very competitive, I think.
You mentioned that fierce nature. It was 1,400 metres last time. Do you think he's a better horse placed at 6 furlongs instead of the 14?
I think he can handle a bit longer, but with the fast pace on, 12 should be good enough. Yeah.
Francis has obviously chopped and changed the trips a little bit. He's been tried down to 1,000, up to 14. Also surfaces. I know he hasn't won one, but he just seems to race consistently well on all surfaces. You've ridden him on the all-weather.
Yeah.
Do you feel he's a horse that can win on the surface?
Yeah, I think so. Still handle very well on the dirt. As you said, Sha-Tin, Turf or Happy Valley always run close still, and I think he can handle it. And if it doesn't pull, is the main thing. So with the pace on the dirt, I always want to try as well. But also at the same time, I feel like he can run longer in a trip in the future.
You're drawn in gate number 5 with the pace in the race. Is that a good place to be in your mind with this horse?
I think so. Wherever is comfy, because he sort of, pretty fast out the gate as well. So wherever is comfy.
I mentioned obviously 7 days ago we were working towards a big meeting. It transpired to be a huge meeting for you, taking out both the features. Many congratulations there, of course. A bit of time to reflect on it. That must be one of your most sort of memorable days in the saddle, Vincent. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I think so. Winning a Gold Cup against another good horse in Hong Kong, Romantic Warrior, is huge for sure. I'm just happy for Golden 60 and the team who had put so much effort in it, and handler who have basically treating him very well every day, and risking his life in the box with him. So definitely I have to admire them of course Super Sunny Singh is, Mrs. So did a great job with him, and the assistant trainer have been ridden him all along, and definitely a good team effort as well. So.
Jerry Chau, Handsome 12 is your ride in race number 7, one of the couple of Class 1s on the programme this weekend. He's a horse that you've known in the past. You haven't ridden him recently, but you have ridden him in a trial. Talk me through that trial performance.
Yeah, he trialled good. He's not a 1200 meter or so. He stayed at the back, and in shake he framed well, improving the position. And after the wing pose, he keep going well. Yeah, feeling good.
I know you haven't ridden him recently, but you have actually sat on him, I think, 3 times competitively in a couple of placings. He's obviously improved this season. What's your take on him now as he steps out sort of in a better quality race?
I think he improved now to the Class 1 and be very competitive. The lightweight will help him, and the draw help him as well.
Obviously, he's run 2 back. He did run in a Class 1 race, and he was a bit of a flop, shall we say. Just assessing that and coming into this, I mean, he has run since. He's run well. Would you be confident of a decent run in a good race with a low weight?
Yes, I think if he can be the good position, and I think he will perform good. And I rode him a couple of days in track work, and he feeling well.
He's drawn in gate number 3, Jerry. I mean, it's not an overly big field, just 10 runners. He's a horse who does like to take a bit of a lead. Do you think you're well placed where you are from 3?
Yeah, I think I will be just behind the speed, and I think got some nice speed this race. So I think he will finish well.
You and Benno Young obviously have teamed up quite well this season. Nice to continue to get the support of Benno.
Yeah, he gives me lots of support, and I ride for him in the track work every day, and just be a good partner now.
Hugh, Running Glory, was very good last time out when winning. You're on him for the first time. You'll ride him again on Sunday. He's got a heart as big as himself, this fellow, hasn't he?
He does, Nick, and yeah, pleased to be reuniting with him. He does go up to carry top weight this time, and as you point out, he's not a big horse, but what he lacks in size, he certainly makes up with courage, and he's a very consistent horse. He's got an outstanding record, and despite being at the top of the handicap, he looks well placed again.
Given that John does obviously like to campaign this horse quite freely, he just seems to travel well and enjoy his racing, doesn't he?
Well, he's just got a great attitude, and you can put him wherever you need to. He's quite versatile from a tactical point of view, but he just gets into a really good rhythm, and he saves himself for the final effort, which is most important.
He won over 2,000 last time. Hugh's record over this trip is arguably even better. I imagine he, even with the big weight, he does look well placed over the distance.
Well, yeah, as I said, he's a very consistent horse, and despite being at the top of the weight, he looks well placed, and I'm excited to be riding him again.
Let's give a bit more weight to Butterfield, who he beat last time out, but you're drawn well in 3, so I guess there's a positive.
Well, you'd like to think I'm probably going to get the run of the race, and if it's an evenly run race, he's going to get into that beautiful rhythm. And like I said, he's very easy to ride because he's very uncomplicated, and what he does lack in size, he's got a heart the size of himself, and I think if he's close enough to fight out the finish, he'll get his nose in front.
Karis Teetan, ADEFILL, has looked very good since he's landed on the all-weather. Goes again on Sunday. I mean, on the back of last time, he'd have to be very well fancied. That was a big performance.
Yes, Nick, he's definitely find a track where he's very comfortable. Prior to his race on the all-weather, he's been trialing really good on it. So I'm not surprised he's doing so well on it.
What is it in your mind that what are the attributes that this horse has that allows him to go so well on the surface? We know he's bred for it. Deep fields do go well on the dirt, but what is it that he's shown you that suggests that he's going to be a much better dirt horse than turf?
He's got a big action, and he's got a bit of speed. So he's a horse that just keeps grinding, and the whole time I've put him under pressure, put him on speed, and in the straight you could see he just have more gear to give me in the straight. So. He's a really interesting horse, and I think he's got some more improvement to come.
It has looked quite noticeable, obviously, when you do put him under a bit of pressure. He does seem to respond quite well. Goes up in grade. I guess on the evidence of last time out, you'd have to think that stepping into Class 3 should be well within his compass.
Yeah, of course he won that race pretty well. He's gonna have no weight on his back this time. I think it's gonna go very well again.
You're drawn in gate number 9, quite similar to last time out. I know a lot of judges will say that sometimes you want to be a bit wide on the all-weather. Is that a concern anyway, being out there, or are you happy there?
No, I think for this hole suits him actually, because like I said, he just keeps rolling, and I think if you're drawn on the inside with him, you might just overuse him. Where he's on the outside, he just takes his own time, and I think it's gonna be okay for him to draw. But yeah, just looking forward to riding him again.
You and Ricky, you are operating at around about 33%, so that's something that you'd like to uphold, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's nice to again of course have a ride for Ricky. I don't have many rides for him, but when I do, it's always a fancy one. So let's hope I can get this one on board again.